Ready?
Hello, and welcome to Rhythm and Pixels Video Game Music Podcast. I'm Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
And this is episode 6-3. 6-3.
That's a lot of numbers.
It's a lot of numbers. It's not episode 63. I could see how you'd be confused there.
So, out of curiosity, so how many episodes would you say this would be? What numeric value does this episode fulfill?
53.
53.
This is 53.
Yes.
Yes, so this is the Podcastiverary. Thank you. Thank you.
My hands. They won't stop clapping.
Yeah, so the last two episodes were TurboGrafx focused, and we recorded them both in one day. Hope you don't mind.
Oh, they didn't mind. Those were awesome episodes.
And that was because I was away for work for a week, and then we took a week off because of that, because of things, reasons.
Life is full of mysteries.
Full of mysteries. But this episode is going to be a little different, a lot of different. So we don't double dip on the tracks ever, except for this show is going to be all of our favorite tracks, our top 5 tracks of the year.
And I don't know about you, but that was a ridiculously difficult thing to choose.
Oh my gosh, it really was. I have so many picked out. I'll have some honorable mentions, and I have some guesses what might be in your top 5, but I'm really not sure. But I'll tell you this, and I'm telling the listeners, you in your car, you doing the laundry, you making dinner or at the gym, thank you for listening. And I'm not going to play any Rystar on today's show.
Don't listen to him. It could be a trap. I'm expecting at least one Rystar track, maybe 5.
No, it's not a trap. It's not a trap. It's all good. It's all good.
And he also forgot to mention, those of you that were listening on the can, we thank you as well.
Yeah, you know what? You are just as special as the ones in the kitchen, because that's where it started.
Yes, right.
That's right, yeah.
And you finished it.
And you finished it. From the kitchen to the can, Rhythm and Pixels.
We'll get you there.
I'm going to change the website. I'm going to put that on the tagline. The kitchen to the can.
Rhythm and Pixels will get you there.
So yeah, a lot has happened in this full year. You and I have both moved.
That is true.
That's amazing. You moved more recently.
Yeah, and a very short period of time. Like, it was a very unexpected event.
Yeah.
And you've had a number of adventures yourself. You had, as far as your moving goes, you've had crazy repairs. You brought the handyman bandana.
Yeah, the handy Dana. Handy band.
Handy Dana.
Anyway.
It's definitely been a crazy year. It's had its ups and downs, swishes and swirls, but I have to say the podcast itself has probably been one of the shining moments or shining aspects of the entire year of this 2016.
Yeah, most people would say this year was horrible, but if you are a Rhythm and Pixels fan, then it was a good year.
Mm-hmm. Bring out the beats, have some eats.
Also, to all of you guys out there, or listeners out there, who discovered us maybe a little bit late, and they're going back and listening to all of our shows, God bless you. That's awesome.
And yeah, I mean, I just gotta say, I needed my throat was a little bit rustier in the first 50 episodes.
I don't know.
Those last two, up to snuff.
Really? There you go.
So just understand there was a growing pains period there for my voice.
I don't know about that. I was listening through some old ones for the tracks for today, and I thought you sounded pretty good.
Oh shucks. I appreciate it.
Actually, we recorded 1 or 2 episodes during the move. Like, we kept the show going in my old house with everything cleared out, and that was the SNES Shoot 'em Ups episode.
We had the most echo on that episode that we'll probably ever have.
Probably. And then, do you know which episode was the first one here?
In this house?
Where we're at in the current studio. This is a professional studio.
Crap, this is a challenge because I remember the picture. The picture was kind of like both of us like almost arm wrestling and had the versus bar on the top.
Yeah, that's one of our worst pictures.
But the theme is eluding me. I want to say fighting games.
Yes, there you go.
Oh,
fighting
bam!
games.
You didn't think I was going to get... Never doubt my horrible memory.
I don't ever. You know
Doubt
what's
what?
up. You know what's up. Do you know your first track of the night? This would be. Oh, did you rank them at all, or are you just?
Shoot from the hip. If there's one thing I can say when it comes to Garbage Pail Kid favorites or video game favorites or music favorites, I am abysmal at ranking things. I just like to go with it.
All right, I'm ranking mine. I'm gonna rank. Yeah, mine are ranked. Although it's hard because it's hard to put like a Game Boy track up against like a fully orchestrated like Motoi Sakuraba track.
Exactly. See, and they're good for different reasons.
But I did it. I did it anyway.
You know what that means, guys?
did
That
it.
means he numbered them, which means you can send all the angry mail to Rob. Why did you rank number 1 over number 2? That
I'm
hardly
telling
makes
you
any
right
sense.
now, my number 1 is my favorite. I'll get into more why I picked what I picked. But let's start with yours because this is your first track, and you're my friend.
Oh, shuckleberries.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta apologize in advance. I got a feeling there's going to be a major theme on these. I'm sure you can guess what that theme is going to
I got a
be.
theme too.
But
Theme is awesome.
the first track is also going to be the final track. That track being the final decisive battle from Ys 4, Dawn of Ys for the PC Engine. And I hope you enjoy a revisit to Rhythmic Majesty.
We're back. We're back, y'all.
So what ended as a final decisive battle is now the beginning of a new fantastic episode.
Yeah, that was a Purnell track all the way.
Honestly, I have a feeling that all of my tracks are going to be varied. That's a Purnell track, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, we've played a lot by. This is from the Falcom sound team, JDK. arranged by Ryu Yonemitsu, and we have played a lot of tracks from all of those characters.
Very, and well deserved too. I mean, for me, they are probably my all-time favorite sound studio, sound team, sound composers, followed by Motoi Sakuraba, for also good reason, because the man is fantastic. But that's how I roll. Which is funny because a part of me wants to start digging deep, so I just realized without spoiling. I don't think any of the choices I made on this particular episode are Motoi Sakuraba. But that makes me wonder, did I choose a lot of his tracks during the episodes aside from the one that was focused on him?
Well, if you go to rhythmandpixels.com and type in the search bar Motoi Sakuraba, you'll find out.
Oh, yeah! You guys should do that.
So that was from our Ease Focus episode 1-7 back in January of 2016. And if you look at the artwork, it still says 1-6 because I made a mistake, and I am not fixing it.
Nor should you. Leave the legacy live as it is. I gotta say also, I was telling Rob while we were playing the track, I realized that when we recorded that episode, I was in the middle of playing through the remake of this game on the PlayStation Vita called Memories of Celceta, and I was looking so forward to getting to the end of the game and hearing the way that they did this track with, higher quality sound equipment and a new focus on, rhythmic integrity or what have you, whatever you want to call it. And I got there, and while the music was good, it has nothing on this track that was recorded in the early 90s. Nothing on it. And it boggles my mind how that's even possible. But it just goes to show you what's old isn't necessarily broken.
Right.
So if you can play them both, make it happen.
Well, my number 5 track, wow. Is that the...
Probably a fire truck going
Oh,
down.
no. So, yeah, I'm going to leave all this in. So there's a fire trucks come around Wilmington. I don't know how far around they go. They used to come around my house, and there'd be like a Santa Claus. He sits on the back of the fire truck and throws out candy.
Wait, this is a good fire truck. This is not one here to put out a fire.
Yeah. I guarantee there is a Santa on the back of that thing. Yeah, because I would get out like in the middle of the road and where I used to live, that road was not safe.
So they turn on the hose and it just sprays candy canes all over the street?
No. They probably just got some drunk guy from the fire hall to dress up as Santa. You know how he's staying warm. A little tipple.
All that whiskey, hey, you're gonna stay warm, all right.
Okay, so anyway, on that jaunty and lovely tip here, I'm gonna go. My number 5 track is gonna be
Rye Star.
No, but it is gonna be a banging Genesis track.
Ooh,
it's gotta be. This is from the McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure for the Sega Genesis.
Speaking of rock tracks.
Yeah, I know. This is so good. I picked tracks that made me look again at them, and also that were super catchy. That the tunes are stuck in my head. My top 2 tracks I still can't get out of my head. I still think about them.
Now this is going to be interesting.
It's weird.
Sure.
I still think but anyway, this is from McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure. This is stage 4, Magical Moon, from episode 4-1, All of the Fours, which we had with the Pixel Tunes radio crew. This is Stage 4, The Magical Moon, Part 1 from the game McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure for the Sega Genesis by Katsuhiko Suzuki. God, this song is my jam. I cannot get enough of this tune.
Now, just as you said in the last thing, you're like, this is such a Purnell track. This is definitely a Rob track, primarily because throughout all the episodes we've done, you always had a penchant of finding tracks from games that I'd either never heard of or had just never even given that consideration to. And then when the track pops up, it's like, hey, there's some kick to this.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me wish I'd actually played it.
This is such like an electro, like kind of breakdancey kind of tune. And that little section at the end there, oh, it's so good. That's what keeps running through my head. I just remember that over and over and over again.
I like it. I can definitely sense the magical moon vibes.
Yeah, it's
emanating.
It's definitely playful. Like even these little synth like bleeps and bloops kind of hitting back and forth, and like the yeah, like all those crazy sounds they're doing. It's all very syncopated and very rhythmic, and I think it's so much fun. This is a fun tune. So yeah,
I'm grooving to it all over again. It's like I never heard it before. Oh my god, this is excellent. And also, maybe we should just do an entire episode devoted to like McDonald's. I think they've had a number of games actually.
Yeah, they have actually. I don't know. I have to be honest. I still haven't played this game, and that's fine, right?
I would almost say yes, because last thing you want to do is actually play it and realize it was a bad title, and then it just ruins your memory.
I know. I was watching a playthrough. I'm not sure if it was this one. It might have been this game for the Genesis. But do you know how many McDonald's games are for the Genesis?
No, I don't. I only know of this one and McKids.
Yeah, at least one.
But I just have this odd feeling that if we really did the legwork and started searching, there's probably like PC McDonald's games. They probably released the McDonald's promo games you can only get by sending in like 12 large McDonald's fries box tops or some crap.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
it comes covered in grease.
This is my number 5. Purnell, what's your number 4?
All right, let's see. Next down the list here, I am really all over the place, and I'm trying my darndest not to just kind of explode with Falcom Sound Team tracks all over the place.
That's fine if that's what you want, man.
I know, but diversity, man. Gotta mix it up.
This is all about Purnell, though.
That is true, but let's be honest. All of this in its own way, this list, as I'm swirling over it, is a little bit of Purnell in all of it. So
got a little Purnell behind the ears.
That's right. So watch it up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot with this track as my next one. Another good track from another game that more people should definitely play.
All right, hit me.
Shout in the Dark by Unknown from the game Moto Rotor for the TurboGrafx 16.
That is unexpected.
Oh, I'm full of surprises, man. Come on.
That's a weird noise.
Welcome back.
That was a good motor rotor.
You're ripping off to the Shout in the Dark from the game Moto Rotor for the TurboGrafx-16, composed by one magical, mysterious, mystical, unknown beast. Only thing I know is that the game was done by I think it was that company like Magia or something like that. MASYA. It's off the top of my head, I just can't remember. But love this track, and why did I pick it? Simply put, if I'm driving down the highway and I want to get my speed on, two tracks come to mind.
What's that?
One of the tracks from F-Zero 64 and this track. And more specifically, the track from Red Canyon 2 from F-Zero 64. And this beautiful wonder of a track. Dropping oil behind me, shoot missiles, got my little futuristic race mo car.
I still haven't seen this one, but I love the sound of the TurboGrafx-16. Hence, our episode 6-1 episode. This is a great track. It's got a cool swing beat to it. Purnell equals swing beat.
I do.
Swing rhythm. So this was episode 1-10, and it was our first episode with Matt Waldron.
It's kind of funny. I'm not sure if you were intending for it, but I definitely wasn't intending for these picks to be milestone episodes, but yet each one has been.
Well, we've had a lot of milestones, for sure. But
that's true.
Yeah, your first two tracks are PC Engine.
Well, you had to expect that, though, right?
Yeah.
I promise to shake it up. I don't think it's going to be.
No, that's totally fine. All my tracks are Genesis. No, I'm kidding.
Well, we know the other four are Rystar, so it's okay.
It's all right. It's just the whole thing.
All Rystar.
Just to play the whole thing. I love this part. That part where it goes.
like do your hands back and forth.
This was a fun episode to do because I went back. I've listened through the old Wipeout soundtrack again, and I was actually really torn because on this episode we played Matt brought a track from Mario Kart 8, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a Dolphin Shoals.
Yes.
I almost said Dolphin Shoulders.
And I remember he was especially ecstatic about it because of the fact that in Mario Kart 8, the tracks are orchestral. They take change-ups based on where you are in the track.
He was all adaptive, and he cut this whole thing together. So yeah, that was definitely an honorable mention. So thanks for that. But my next track is not that. It's not anything like that.
What could it be then?
Well, I wanted to pick a Super Nintendo track from a game that I discovered on this show that is Super Famicom, obviously Japanese. But on this episode, I almost picked this one. It was that was Seotoku Racing 2, which is the inspiration for Initial D. But this is actually Spriggan-powered Outer Space.
Whoa.
For the Super Famicom. This is one of my favorite soundtracks I discovered, and I hope you enjoy it. This is Outer Space from the game Spriggan Powered for the Super Famicom by Mitsumi Ishimura and Hisashi Matsushita. And I love this soundtrack, man. It's like just crazy. Every track has got like this awesome like prog rocky, like super hyperactive feeling to it, and it's just really well put together. I can listen to the soundtrack start to finish and just be so happy with it. Like the boss tracks, the ending theme, the opening theme, even like the stage select that like loops every 2 seconds. It's so good. It's so good.
I'm just getting down with it because when Rob started the track up, I didn't remember what it was, but so it felt like it was my first time listening to it all over again, and it still sounded really good. Though funny enough, even though I heard the name of the game he said, my brain was still stuck in racing mode from the last track.
Well,
so,
I did mention Sutoku Racing being another Super Nintendo soundtrack. Actually, I love that soundtrack too, but I think I love this one just a little bit more because I keep it in my car. Like I just turn this on anytime I just want to just rock out.
So that just adds to the love thing. Because I'm like, I can still see this being a racing track. Like that lead off sounds like a go track, a part of the track, and then just like shoots off.
Well, it says it's by Naxat.
Oh, the Peg Pinball.
Yeah, what was that pinball game called?
Devil's Crush.
Devil's Crush, yeah. So that's kind of similar then, right?
Yeah, Naxat, they did the pinball. I played a Naxat shooter recently. Apparently this shooter. Naxat's got their hands a little bit of everything, apparently. I didn't even realize how much they've done. And this was on the Genesis?
On the Genesis, yeah.
See, I didn't even know they did anything outside of the Super Nintendo. Outside of the TurboGrafx.
Yeah, okay, I just looked at the thing. And yeah, no, it's not the same guy. I could have swore, it's got that same feeling though. It does. Like Devil's Crush in this track, they share a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, this one has more orchestra hits, but I think orchestra hits are cool.
Can't disagree with that.
Like if you're trying to impress somebody, you just give them an orchestra hit.
Hey, girl. Welcome to my house. There's the kitchen. Here's the couch.
Is that your car over there? Yeah, that's nice, I guess. Yeah.
That's my orchestra hit.
Oh, Purnell.
That's right. Orchestra hits.
Oh, hit it again. All right, what's
the secret to a woman's heart is orchestra hits.
Yeah. Don't forget everything you've heard. It's the orchestra hit. All right, well, forget this, man. What's your next track?
All right, let's see. I'm going to kind of stretch a bit here. And I'm going to go with a track from a very, very recent game. Oh. But I love the track so much, I think it's valid to bring it up as a
The game is recent, or we covered it recently?
Game itself is recent, and we covered it, I guess, fairly recently, all things considered.
Oh, okay.
The track title is called Animus Resurrected, and it is from a game that goes by the name of Grand Kingdom.
Oh.
Released for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. And the composers were Mitsuhiro Kaneda and Base Escape.
Let's check it out.
Welcome back. You are listening to the aftermath of the Animus Resurrected. I added the aftermath myself. From the game Grand Kingdom for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. Track written and composed by Mitsuhiro Kaneda and Bass Escape. And suffice it to say, this is my favorite boss theme to come out of the year 2016, period, let alone on the show. I had to pick it again. It gets you pumped for combat the very first time you hear it. It's basically you come into an environment where the sky's blood red and soldiers in red armor are jumping on your guys like it's I don't know, jump rope session. I don't know, some kind of ball pit. Whatever. Point is, they're in a ball pit. They're in a ball pit. They're having a not good time there, and it is a fantastic event. Gets you excited for it, and then at that point, anytime you hear it in the game, you kind of recall back to that same scenario, and it just gets you ready to go. I could not avoid picking this track.
Yeah, I love this song. This song is really good. This show has really introduced me to more of this style of music, of video game music. Since I don't play like a lot of recent video games, so this is like really new to me.
It makes you wonder sometimes, and almost like maybe that'll be an episode topic at some point, specifically titled tracks that would fit in a club or on a concert stage or something. And what I mean by that is, when I think of like Streets of Rage 2, for example, a lot of the music in that game, I think if it was played in a club without presence or without any sort of lead-in, no one would know.
Exactly. And that is a good segue to my number 3.
Oh, really?
Yuzo Koshiro.
Oh, that's awesome and unexpected.
And
is it Streets of Rage 2?
No, it's Ease.
Oh, for real?
Ease. This is the song Dreaming by Yuzo Koshiro from Ease 1 for the PC-88 computer system.
Oh, this is awesome. That was unexpected.
So dig this tune and turn up the bass because it's really, really good. This is the song Dreaming. Dreaming. Dream a little dream, Pernell.
Dreaming.
This is from the game Ease, the first Ease. Easy.
Easy peasy,
Easy
beautiful,
peasy.
level 1.
The song is Dreaming from the game Ease, from the PC-88 computer system. And this is by Yuzo Koshiro. And this is Yuzo Koshiro all over.
And I have no idea where this is from in the game. It's killing me right now.
And you didn't remember that either.
So we're saying this is a deja vu moment then.
Yeah, probably.
Made even further embarrassing by the fact that, if I remember correctly, this got released on the Steam and also the PSP under the title of Ease Book 1 and 2 Chronicles.
Yes.
And on that game, you have the option of playing all the tracks from the PC-88 version as your soundtrack.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Because I'm clearly insane. As a result,
both soundtracks are awesome. And you grew up with the other soundtracks.
This is true. I did bounce back and forth. Depending on the area, I would play both tracks types.
I love this sound. Like, this was a really fun episode to do the research for, because it just sounds so cool. But this is a dancey track. I love it. It sounds like 90s, like kind of kind of like club, like dark club. This is goth club.
Goth club.
Goth club.
I don't know. Well, I guess I can see it's like
Hey,
dark. It's dark, but at the same time,
Yeah.
that's more like gaze club. Gaze club.
Gaze?
Shoegaze.
Oh, like shoegazy.
Like the dreaming. Dream pop, shoegaze, clubby.
Yeah. Hey, Pernell, after school, are you going to be at the goth club? We're doing goth club after school today.
Oh, no, I guess.
All
Whatever. I guess so.
Just all of us smoking cigarettes at that.
That was like my best impression of like what I remember like goth being when I was in high school, which is funny that I have to make an impression because I hung out with the goth kids, so it wasn't like I should be foreign to it. I didn't fit in with them at all, but they accepted me as one of their own, and that's all that mattered to me.
You were just depressed enough.
Exactly. But I knew how to get down, man.
All right.
They had their goth, I had my Temptations, Al Green, and they loved it.
All right.
No, they didn't.
No, they
But I did, and that's what matters.
Pernell, this is my number 3. So that means we're on to your number 2? Number 2 track.
There's no numbering for my tracks. Don't even try it.
All right, give us your 4th track. Since I'm so good at counting based on like the episode titles. This is your 4th track?
It is. Yes,
All right,
it is.
check it out then. What is it?
All right, another case of tracks where I was having a difficult time choosing, but I figured this had to fit because it was an unexpectedly awesome sound when they came up on the episode, so I'm going to go with it.
All right, what's up?
Labyrinth in the Sky from Magic Knight Rayearth on the Sega Saturn.
Oh, nice.
Saturn. Composed by Yayoi Wachi, Seiryu Okamoto. Welcome back. You're listening out to the Labyrinth in the Sky from Magic Knight Rayearth. Oh, by the way, this is also going to be known as the background track to the first cut on the Rhythm and Pixels R&B Sound Spectacular album.
Yes.
Because it's going to happen.
Produced by Paula Abdul.
And that cartoon cat she loves so much.
Yeah, and with backing tracks by Boyz II Men.
It's going to happen. I'm ready. I'm ready.
This is like, it's so lyrical without having any lyrics in it. Like,
Really
as soon as I heard this song, I mean, it was like, Labyrinth in the Sky.
Labyrinth in the Sky for all love. Oh, God. I gotta find that track. That's from an actual song, but it's Rhythm in the Sky. Like, Labyrinth in the Sky.
No, the keyboards are good. The keyboard stabs are good, but it's missing the orchestra hit.
That is true, but we gotta admit though, they do so much without the orchestra hit. It almost makes the orchestra hit wish it was invited to the party.
Yeah. Oh my god.
God. But now you see, I could not have
I knew there was a song.
this tune.
I knew there was a song that should have been like one of my top 2, but
Oh, don't worry, I got it in there.
this is so good.
Got it in.
So
Such
good.
a good track. And now I want to play the game. I want to release the cut.
I don't want to play the game. I just want to hear the song.
Well, you'll play the game and you'll stay on the labyrinth level for a long time and not care because you're bopping out.
I'm imagining like a choreographed like dance, but like the guys are like wearing like kind of like ripped up like acid wash jeans, and like the girls are wearing like overalls, but like with one of the straps down.
Or would you settle for 3 schoolgirls wearing matching elemental color school uniform outfits, twirling swords to the beat?
Yes, that'll work for me.
There you go. Probably.
Is that what happens? They dance to the song?
I'm going to say they do, because if you hit the run button in place, it's got the weird running in place animation. So boom, they're dancing.
I look like animated GIF of me like doing this little girly dance. Just kind of wave my elbows around.
But yes, this game is a gem, and it's hard to get a hold of. So if you want to play it, you might have to hit the underground for it, but it's worth it no matter how you find it.
All right.
For the music and the awesome.
My number 2. This is my number 2. My top 2 tracks. I didn't know where was going to go where, what was going to go where, but I knew what my top 2 tracks were going to be. And they've been, first it was this one, and then it was the other one, but I'll tell you about that story later. I lost some sleep over it.
Oh, man.
I know. But this song is the best song.
For number 2.
For number 2. Not the best song. So this was a last-minute pick, if you remember, on the show. This was from the sports episode.
Sports!
Yes. Sports games have got some amazing music. This is from the game Putter Golf. For the Sega Mega Drive, this is the title screen and background music, too.
You guys can't see the face I just made because I'm wondering what this sounded like to be number 2.
Just hear it. Just hear it. Just hear it. And the only composer information I have is that it's E. Fugu. But this is title screen. Fugumi.
Fugumi. I was thinking too.
From the game Putter Golf. This is background music too, and the title screen music for the Sega Mega Drive. Yes. Putter golf. Putter golf. Putter golf.
Number 2 on your list. I was expecting Rystar.
No.
Or Rystar 2.
No,
and you come up with Putter golf.
Just like the last song. This is the one I hear and I immediately want to sing. It's just this part right here. It's just, golf with me, yeah.
Putter
Not even golf. Not even golf. This is like putt-putt.
Well, I don't know. I still can see myself chilling in the clubhouse, sipping an Arnold Palmer. May he rest in peace. And it definitely puts me in the mood to golf, putter or traditional 18-hole.
Yeah, definitely golf games. Genesis golf games have just the best soundtracks.
Would you in fact say that good. Genesis does?
Genesis does golf. Bo does golf.
Bo do golf.
Bo does what he wants. Have you seen? There's a documentary. I don't watch sports stuff, but on Netflix there's a Bo Jackson documentary.
Seriously?
Yeah, and so what he does now, since he's like, if he does anything physical, he's a master. He's the master at anything.
Is that what triggered the original Bo Knows?
No. What triggered that was because he played professional football and then played professional baseball at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Then he exceedingly excelled.
Oh, that's right, because he was really known. He was known as being like the best player, one of the best players in Tecmo Bowl, and he also had his own Bo Jackson baseball game on Super.
Yeah, so he was like one of like the last like super big, or maybe it was the first like big like superstar. He had like shoes and stuff. Like he was like the first. He was what coined the cross trainers.
Bo Jackson?
The term, yeah, because he cross trained. He did everything. So what he's doing now? You know what he's doing now? He hunts with a bow and arrow.
Bo knows traditional manly hunting tactics.
Bo knows bow and arrow.
Bo knows bow.
But yeah, it's like if it's physical, like he can just do it. He's just amazing.
He's gonna be an old man like Bo knows shuffleboard.
And the injuries he sustained. And anyway, stop it. That's the Bo. This is an amazing Mega Drive track. Not even Sega Genesis. This is Mega Drive.
Yes, it is.
Sega Mega Drives.
It's a track that makes me want to get on my feet and go meet Bo Jackson now.
This is how you feel about my number 2. I wonder how you're going to feel about my number 1.
Is it going to be like the Monopoly jingle?
Ooh, that was a good one, though. Honestly, I overlooked that last one you played from Ray Earth. that would have been it.
Yeah, it's a gem. I'm telling you, you probably had the same thing that I had. Like, you probably didn't remember. Well, you did because you explained the ordering. But when I was looking through the tracks, I was wondering how many tracks I was going to pick that were Rob's versus tracks that were mine. And I really kind of, some cases I could tell, some cases I really couldn't. I was just like, all right, well, this track is good and this track is good, because the ones that you pick to stick out to you more because they jingle those immediate memories. But
totally. But
by that same token,
I don't know.
You put me in the clubhouse with Arnold Palmer.
You picked some amazing stuff too. So, but anyway, what's your last track of the day, evening, wherever you're listening to this? This is pronounced last track.
Very tough call. Would you go with localized or not localized?
Oh, let's go with that. Wow, that's a weird question. We played both?
We could play both, but
we have
6 tracks. We have played both, localized game or not localized game.
Oh, wow. Let's go with the localized game. Oh, wait, is this Ease again?
The other one would be... well, actually, no, neither would be Ease, but...
No, so what is it?
I'm going with non-localized. The heck with it. This is a...
I see how it is. Oh.
No, just... I was trying to not let myself pick this track because I'd be doubling down on Sound Team, but it's just so good.
Go for it. Who is it?
And for the record, before I say it, the track I was going to pick for localized would have been Motoi Sakuraba, which means I would have cheated because I looked him up during one of the breaks. And it would have been What Was Born Inside That Door from Tales of Grace's F. But I'm not picking that.
That's okay.
I am going with Limit Force from Legend of Heroes 5, which was actually in Ys vs. Soranoki Seki Alternative Saga for the PSP. That's a lot of fun words.
There's a lot of words there, yeah. This is a good one. Yeah, I like this track a lot.
Had to do it.
So how about we hear it?
Yes. Welcome back, guys. You are jamming out to a track by a name that I had wrong this entire time. I've been calling it Limit Force, but it is actually called Limits of Strength.
Yeah, this is from 5-7, the rock music episode. Obviously, the rock. Well, not obviously, but the rock music episode.
And since then, originally we got it from a cut that I just ripped off from somewhere on the internet. But since we recorded that episode, the actual Falcom Sound Team group has started releasing their own tracks online for people to check out, which is where Rod was able to spot the actual name for the track and then let me know so that I can never get it wrong again.
So this is the Limits of Strength. The original music was from the game The Legend of Heroes 5, which was then by the Falcom Sound Team, which was 5 or 6 people, and then it was arranged for this game by Yukihiro Jindo. But because the Falcom Sound Team being awesome, they actually listed all the performers on this track. So we know that on guitar is Masaru Terame, and on the bass is Shuhei Hamasaki, and on the drums is Hidekazu Nishi. And it just says recording, but I'm going to assume it's probably also doing like the synths and like the organ, is Katsuhiro Miyasaka. So that's really cool.
Man, we need to get these guys out to America. We need to get them in a bar or at the Civic Center or something.
I could totally hear this, at a bar somewhere.
Yeah, just like, we don't have to give them any pretense. Just like, we go by a Falcom Sound Team, we're going to rock your faces off. Here's a new track that we wrote called The Limits of Strength. Dig deep, friends, and find the power within, and they'll just burn it out. Huh?
I love the chorus, like the theme, like the hook, like it's just so fun.
And I also love
it's so anime.
Don't you also love that with every track these guys do? Every track these guys do, it has like the full range of a song. Like it's like, I love my game music. Don't get me wrong, I like traditional game music composition.
Yeah.
But theirs are composed like an actual like rock concert. They have the intro. They have. I'm not even going to say all these things properly.
Yeah. I mean, like it's being composed for video games, definitely, but it sounds like it, but at the same time, it doesn't. It's very different. It's very unique, and I think it's probably years and years and years of like cultivating that sound.
Yeah, that's the worst way to put it. Now I got it. Now it hit me.
Yeah,
it's like they're actually legitimately rocking out on stage. Like, they have the microphone out for the game, ready to go. It's like, okay, guys, just have fun with this. And they're just going nuts. And they see I got the one lady in the stands, they're just like, just really enjoying the music. Like, okay, I got to go on with this. I got to get the full solo going. And he just, like, rocks out and starts, like, he goes overboard, and the drummer listens like, dude, calm down.
Well, not even that. I mean, this is from, like, the original song. Like, this is just an arrangement of the original song. I'm not even sure what that sounds, although it's Legend of Heroes 5.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious about where it was, too, because Legend of Heroes 5... if I'm thinking about the same game, was more akin to like the song of the snow of the Ice Queen or something like that. One of those it was on PSP at one point. I know that, but there's like a long, crazy history of Legend of Heroes titles. I'm going to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's a pretty old game. So they dug this one way out and modernized it with gusto. It's so good. See, I'm loving this so much that I can't even get my words straight. And if I keep doing this, Rob will never get to his final spectacular track. So I should stop that and let Rob announce what his number one Rystar track is for the show.
It is not. Can you guess the system?
Is it not? It's not the Genesis, though.
It's not. Okay, you get one guess. It's not the Genesis.
Okay. I'm going to go with the NES then.
Oh, close though. No, this is the Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color?
Game Boy Color.
I just realized you gave me a clue at the beginning of the episode, and I totally borked on it, too. Shoot.
But that's okay. This probably isn't super exciting for the listener. So,
well, we'll find out. What is the track,
This is from Pokemon Gold and Silver. This is National Park.
Oh, I remember that track being good.
It's so good. I love this song. So this is National Park from the game Pokemon Gold and Silver for the Game Boy Color. This is National Park from the game Pokemon Gold and Silver for the Game Boy Color by Junichi Masuda. And this is my favorite. This is one of my absolute favorite video game pieces of music.
I'm into it right now.
Everything.
I'm getting nostalgic as the dick is because, as a lot of our listeners probably know right now, Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, I guess, a week or two, 2 weekends ago. And if I remember correctly, it was also maybe the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. So
yeah.
The timing of your disc tracker is like it's just golden because
that's why we did the Pokemon themed episode.
Yes.
It was just, and then once I discovered this track, I couldn't stop playing it. And it's got sad, and then it's kind of hopeful, and then it's got this little party down piece.
And my memory's a little off on this game, but I think you had to be up at not to go there, but to do most of the stuff. There's like a bug catching contest. You were up like 5 in the morning to do it.
Oh, because it was timed, right?
Yeah, we were on a real time clock, so
I could hear this beginning part of the song like real early in the morning. And it's kind of like waking up.
To Folgers in your cup?
Yeah, but this is getting your cup of coffee in the morning. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Go outside with your net, catch yourself a ladybug and a Heracross.
Yeah.
Have yourself a good old time.
Yeah, and the neighbors you're walking out, getting the paper, and you're waving to them. This is like that. I love this song.
There's old Rob over there again.
And I love the Game Boy sound too. I love that kind of grime. It is kind of grimy sounding, right? It's kind of rough.
Well, the boom boom.
It's rough, but I feel like it's innocent. It's got an innocent sound to it. It's not over-engineered or produced. This is honest. This is honest video game music, Pernell.
Yeah, it really does sound like dawn. Well, except for this part, mind you, but it really does sound like dawn.
Yeah.
Like it's breaking, and you're kind of rubbing your eyes and getting up and preparing to start your bug-catching adventure.
I like that. This is dawn. This is a dawn of a new year of Rhythm and Pixels.
Well put, sir.
Yes.
Well put. Age of Aquarius.
Well, thank you for waiting that extra week as we put this episode together. We just needed a little bit of time. Things just don't always work out. But we went every week for a year.
And it gave us an excuse to use 5 tracks instead of our traditional 4. So that's what the extra time did for the listeners.
Yes.
And also for us because got to squeeze more tracks into an anniversary episode.
Absolutely. Next week, though, we're going back to... it's been a while since we had a bonus round part of the show. So next week, back to old style, tracks and bonus round remixes and all that good stuff.
Digging real deep to bring the goods to the listeners.
Yes, and you, the listeners, if you have any questions for us, if you have any comments, and if you know any remixes or covers, or if you are a remix or cover artist, please let us know at our email address,
rhythmandpixels@hotmail.com.
And if you would like more information on the show or a full track listing, where we've played all of these tracks throughout the whole year of our show, check it out on the website.
Rhythmandpixels.com.
Yeah, rhythmandpixels.com. I'm constantly going back and kind of doing stuff with it. I'm adding additional links where you can download and purchase the music from the artists, specifically the remix and cover artists.
You got to mention the World Select.
Yes, on the did you use it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm adding a little bit of extra stuff so you can search through episodes better. So for every podcast world, since this is world, we're in world 6, and this was world 2 that this episode was on. Anyway, every 10 episodes, it's a little link. You can click on the podcast world and then explore all the silly, stupid artwork that we did, and
it's such fun.
All the fun that we had.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I hope you had fun too.
I drink LaCroix and I just get reminiscent of all the good times.
Oh, and catch us everywhere else on the internet, at Rhythm and Pixels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. See us on YouTube. Check out Pernell and Matt Play Games.
Ooh.
They're not as regular as the show, but there is lots of good stuff out there. Check that out.
There is. And the more you guys listen, the more likely we are to get more done.
Yeah, if you're listening to this on iTunes, hit the subscribe button. It would really help us out.
Bam!
And I'm going to leave you alone because that's enough plugging in.
Well, just one more. Stitcher.
You're all about Stitcher lately.
Stitcher!
Are you using Stitcher?
Need to see. I actually have a few times. My problem is I need to be more regular with it. But yeah,
it's
I listen
pretty-
to stuff that's on Stitcher now.
It's a nice app. Player FM. You can see we're on Player FM.
Ooh, that sounds very game-esque.
Yeah, there's another one. I have an app for it.
Player 2 FM.
Maybe this is Player FM. I used to listen to a lot of music streams, like from the UK, for like dance music and stuff. What was it called? Sound. Oh, this is really great radio. It was called Shoutcast.
Oh, Shoutcast.
Yes. Where you normally would listen to your Shoutcasts, you can find us too.
Welcome to Rhythm and Pixels, where you get your fill of likes, ums, and ums.
Yeah, and long pauses where I'm trying to remember things.
1996.
Look, man, we're not getting any younger, so this is just going to get worse.
This is true. What was that track, Robert? It was, I was listening to, I was on the can, and it was a really tough day. I had chili burritos, and, gosh, that is going to be a weird session at that point, won't it?
Anyway, thank you everyone for listening, all of our supporters, everyone, all our regular listeners, and all of our new listeners. Thanks again. We'll be back next week with a new episode, with a new bonus round, and with new laughs.
Maybe. Gotta go to the Laugh Factory and see what we can churn up.
The Laugh Factory. Why do I sound like Professor Frink? Anyway, we're the Rhythm and Pixels video game music podcast. I am Rob Nichols.
And I'm Purnell.
Thank you for listening, and have a great week.
Got no clarity tonight. Just want to reiterate the thank you. Because really, you guys listening to the show makes it that much more fun than we do it. Thank you very much.